Welcome back, folks. Desperado Van Adventures back again with another video. I hope you're all keeping well and enjoying that stretch of warm weather we're getting. It's absolutely fantastic, but I think we could do with a couple of days of rain, a couple of days, not the rest of the summer that can happen in Northern Ireland. Well, this is a stopover area. You can see the main road there and the big car park, so you can more or less park anywhere there, and there's a toilet block as you can see close to the road, that little white building on the left hand side of the stopover. So this is a map of the town showing you all the landmarks, places of interest. So you can pause the video there and have a read. That's if you can read that writing, it's very small. And then we'll have another sign, and it's telling you places to see and do. That's all the names of them. Places to eat, where to stay, shops and services. So again, you can pause that and have a read. So this is us leaving the stopover, and what we do is turn to the left when we come to the main road. Now straight across the road you've got the Bushmills Inn. It's actually a hotel. You can stay there and you can get a meal in there, but you'll not want to stay there if you're in your campervan. There's nothing like the campervan, nothing to compare with it. So we'll go over a little roundabout, and then we're heading up the street towards the Bushmills Whiskey Distillery. Now there's quite a few shops, pubs and restaurants. I think they're mostly carryouts. There's a couple of chip shops and a Chinese and a pizza parlour, so you'll not go hungry in Bushmills. So there's a road to the right up here. We're going to take that when we're coming back down from the distillery. It takes you to a park, and there's like a mill with a waterwheel. I'm going to show you that. So on Trigger here, the bicycle, and he's a bit slow at times but really enjoyable in this lovely weather. So we're almost at it now, at the Bushmills Distillery. It's just in here to the left. I think the car park's free if you're going on a tour. I don't see any meters or signs or anything, so I think you can park here if you're going into the distillery. So you have this big pot here. I forget what it actually is. It's a wash still number 1. Wash still number 1 on the left of that brass plate. You can see it there. So it does take up a big area, the actual grounds and the distillery, but I must say they have it looking very well with all the shrubs and everything's nice and tidy. So there you are, the old Bushmills Distillery Company Limited. This is us heading back down the road again, and as I said, on the way up we're going to turn left into this little street, and there's a bridge here. One side is the park and the other side is a mill beside the river. Now that's the mill, and there's a water wheel turning there, but I'm not sure if it's water that's turning it or is it electricity just for show, really, because I can't see any water running off the wheel as it's going round. But I could be wrong now, could be just a little water trickling at the bottom and it's turning it round. Anyway, that's a nice little area. The steps down over the little bridge. I'm not sure whether you can go in there and visit that. I didn't see anyone in it, but you can kind of see everything from the road anyway. This is the other side of the road, and as you can see, all new apartments being built on the right hand side. Right, so this is us going over the bridge, and we're going to turn right into the park. And there is an exercise area there. If you've took 2 or 3 drams up at the whiskey distillery, too many, you can stop there and burn it off. Right, lovely wee park, just right beside the river, and there's a bridge down here, and if you go over that bridge, it'll take you halfway down that street we come up, so very close to the town. If you need to nip over for an ice cream or fish and chips or whatever, you can sit and enjoy the sunshine in the park with your kids or your dog, and then if you do get peckish, you're close to the town. There is a wee car park over there as well. You can park at the other side of the bridge. I don't think you can stay overnight in there. I'm not 100% on that. But the little stopover I showed you, where the buses come in there, the tour buses, that's ideal. You can't really get any better than that. Now that's a cow in the middle of the park, the smiling cow. If you want to pause there, you can read that. And that's a better picture of it there, the smiling cow. And they have put a bit of thought into it, all the artwork in the body of the cow. Anyway, that's the park. So we'll go for a walk over the bridge, but I'm not going right into the town because I'm coming down there on the bicycle again. So we'll go over here and have a look. And as you can see, the river there and the apartments are building, and that's obviously looking downstream. Then you have this plaque on the bridge, 400th anniversary. That must have been when the town was first being built 400 years ago. It would have been nice just to see what it looked like 400 years ago. I'm sure there wasn't much there. So that's the wee busy area of the town, the roundabout, and I think there's a couple of restaurants around that area. So this is the Legion Hall, the old school that I was talking about. It's just on the left, on the road on the left, just as you come out of the stopover. And this is it here. So it's the Bushmills National School, 1842, and there's the teacher. Now I'm glad I didn't have her as a teacher. She looks pretty strict on it. Now this is a view of Portballintrae. Bushmills is to the right. That's the coastal part is Portballintrae. So we're going to go there. So this is us coming down the street and turning left. This is us going down the street now towards the roundabout, and then we're going to turn left. If you go straight on this road, we've already turned left, by the way. I don't know what I've done on that clip. If you go straight on here, it'll take you to Dunluce Castle. Now you want to have a look at it. It's a castle right on the cliffs, very old castle. And then if you keep on going, it'll take you to Portrush, which is amusements, a beach, 2 beaches, loads of restaurants, very popular place to go in Northern Ireland. So we're heading here towards Portballintrae and just crossing over to use the footpath. This little place here, that's a miniature railway, and it runs right up to the Giants Causeway. I didn't see any train when I was there. I don't know if they've taken it off or what's happening, but there is a path along the side of the railway track, and if you can walk right up to the Giants Causeway along the side of the railway track. or cycle, which I done. So anyway, this is taking us into Portballintrae. Now there's not many shops in Portballintrae. There's only one that I know of, and it's up at the car park. If you turn right here, that'll take you right up to a car park, and there's a little shop in there. It does sell quite a bit of stuff now: groceries, ice cream, confectionery. That's the first beach you come to, and it's not the best. Looks good. It looks like sand on it, but it's really stones. But there is 2 other beaches on up past this little harbour here, and I like that. It looks like a castle. I'm not 100% sure who lives in it or how old it is or anything like that. I should have done a bit more research when I was making this video. Anyway, this is the little harbour, and at the weekend you do get a lot of kids on sailboards. There's a lot of them fishing for crabs off the side of the harbour. It's pretty busy here at the weekend in the good weather, but I think this was a weekday I was here. They're all at school and parents all working. So we're heading up now to the other little beach on the left hand side. This is really popular, this little beach, at the weekends and the summer holidays. In the distance there, that's where the Giants Causeway is, that headland you see. Now this is the car park I'm talking about. There's a barrier here, 2.2. It used to be you could have stayed in here with your campervan, but I don't think you're allowed at the minute. I didn't see any signs, but there's a barrier up, and that usually indicates no campervans. So the little shop is just round there to the right. If you keep on going round to the right, there is a shop right in the car park, but we are going to take a left here, and this will take us down to the golf course, and then there's another beach here. This is a beautiful beach, but it is a little bit far away from the car park. The other ones are pretty close to the car park, and I think most people use that one. So as I said, that's the Giants Causeway in the distance there, in behind that headland. But it really is a nice beach. And that path I was talking about that runs along the side of the railway, it's just in behind these sand dunes. You can actually join it here if you want. If you take this little path down over the bridge, you'll see a bridge here, and keep on going. That'll take you to the Giants Causeway. It'll take you up onto the railway line, and then you can follow the path along the side of the railway towards the Giants Causeway. But that's a lovely beach there, but as I said, a little far away from the car park to walk to. That's the bridge. That's the actual river Bush, where it enters the sea, obviously. And you can see the golf course in the distance there. That's the little path. Just follow that along, and I'll take you to the railway track, and then you can continue on to the Giants Causeway. Up on the hill you have Bushfoot Golf Club. We went into the Carvery and had a real nice meal. It's open to the public. Okay, we're down at the Giants Causeway now. Quite a few people about. With the good weather, everybody's out and about. I came on the bike, but like everyone else, I had to walk down. I wasn't allowed to cycle down or back. All them people are starting waiting on a bus. There's a little bus, takes you up and down. It's a fair walk from the visitor centre right down to the actual Giants Causeway. So they have a wee bus laid on, and you can get the bus down obviously and up again. So a lot of people, a lot of visitors here every time you go, especially in good weather. So you can walk further on here, that you can actually see the path there, and that's the organ. It looks like the shape of a church organ, another stone formation. Well, that's it folks. There's a list of North and South Ireland videos to date. I think there's about 14 there if you want to have a look at them. So I'll see you in the next one in another 2 or 3 weeks. Bye for now.